Hello, good evening, you guys, and welcome to Real Talk with Tamara. As you guys come into the room, please do hit the like button. Also, if you have not subscribed to the channel, please do subscribe to the channel. I hope that you guys are doing okay. I know that I am. I always express the importance of hitting the like button because the like button helps keep the video in the algorithm. So make sure you guys please like, share, subscribe, comment, and all of those great things. Okay. You guys, I want to talk about Poo Shiesty. Okay. Poo Shiesty um, dropped his album. Okay. He dropped his album. And I like the song Last Man Breathing. Okay. I'm trying to see the name of the new album. All Eyes on Shiest or Shiesty, right? Y'all, Pooh Shiesty is talented and all of those good things. And like I said, he had the world at his feet. Okay. But, I think Pooh Shiesty is so institutionalized and he feels like he needs to live up to whatever it is that he raps that makes him very dangerous. And I wonder, is you know is he even, should he be he gets some type of counseling before he's put outside, before he's outside with the rest of the humans. Okay, because there's an effect that these young men have on them when they stay locked up like that. It's definitely makes them really institutionalized. And some people are institutionalized in one way, and I think that shiesty is just very dangerous. Okay. I want to pull up the lyrics of Last Man Standing. Okay. Um, Last Man Breathing. Okay, now Gucci is winning. Okay. Now I don't know why, they would drop the album, but let me just say this, especially because the feds is more than likely going to try and use his lyrics against him. I'm sure Pooh Shiesty wrote a lot of these songs when he was locked up because that's what they do. Finesse did it, Tupac did it. And some of the best songs are written. All they have to do is just sit there behind a wall all day and be confined and write. Okay. So I'm sure he wrote a lot of stuff about wrote a lot of songs about what he did, okay, what he got away with, all of that, okay. Charges that was dropped because there was not sufficient evidence. All he had to do was sit and write those types of songs, okay. So when he got out, I'm sure he didn't think he would, you know, be going back as quick as he did. I mean, he went and did some stupid stuff in less than 30 days. Okay. And the feds are so crafty. What they did was, I'm sure, Putin, they didn't arrest him right off. Who was still talking about he was in the studio making music. So they wanted to see if he was going to put all of this stuff in a song. Okay. Because it took them about 3 months to go and get him. Because remember, Govan was talking about it right after it happened in January. Okay. But now, like I said, on this song, Last Man Breathing, I wouldn't be surprised if this song is not used in court. Okay. Look, my shoes came up. I was looking for the green ones. I got the beige ones. Okay. All right, you guys. It says Blurred, Big Blurred Ninja. Yeah, don't get shot in South Memphis because ain't no trauma unit, man. Whatever Dirk said, man. Okay, so I think I think the med is considered the trauma unit, but I guess the med is considered downtown because downtown in South Memphis is it. I mean, I guess you just step over the line and you're in downtown because it all seems the same. He says, your ass better play downtown somewhere. Okay, that's where all the white people is at. Okay, they do try to keep it a little safer. So step over the line from South Memphis to play downtown. He said, let me put y'all down on how my city go, man. In a way a rapper couldn't do, man. Firsthand, man. You gotta know something firsthand for anything, man. Blurred. Gotta be the last MF breathing. I jumped out of my dream, sweating, and got hit in my back with a pump. I swear to God, a ninja snuck up just like Scarface got done. I went to sleep watching that movie, drinking hooch, so I was drunk. I might as well stay up. Now we got commissary in the morning. I feel the walls getting close to my release day slowly coming. They gave the homie 75. He get out when he turn 100. I be so many ninjas up. I clutch every time I feel funny. Only one step away from freedom, but I still can't go for nothing. At the rate my millions going, I might get a billion quick. Police keep running up in my cell talking about he smell a wick, but I don't smoke. He trying to find my cell phone. He ain't slick. Okay, so now they're gonna be shaking his cell phone. They're gonna be shaking his cell quite a bit. They're gonna be doing quite a bit of shakedowns. Okay, not unless he pays some of the officers, and they have different shifts, so it might be certain ones on certain shifts that he pays, okay, to be able to have their cell phone until you know outside sources decide that they want to um see if somebody has taken some bribes. He says he trying to find my cell phone. He ain't slick. Ninja don't want to sell me a knife. I'm cutting my locker down. He can't relate. You can't relate to that last part unless you've been in the pen. See, I got men on security and security on my mans. You can't never be too sure when you done hit the shit when you done did the shit I did. Back on the town, full of clowns. A lot of shit need to be fixed. Toss and turn, sweating, shaking in my sleep, scaring my bitch. It seemed like all the gangsters gone and all the F ninjas got rich. I think he talking about God, I don't know. The snitches got a voice now. The game watered down to shit. All my ninjas locked up doing calendars. You ain't missing shit, nigga. That's how you know he's institutionalized, when you are so messed up in the brain. You feel like you telling the dudes on the inside that's locked behind a wall. I mean, it ain't animals and stuff will get depressed when they are confined, okay? um to certain places. Like I used to like the zoo. I don't like the zoo because that's really abuse to have animals at the zoo locked up, okay, when they're supposed to be in their environments, and they become it after a while they become depressed. They're not going to tell you that. You just go back and you see another lion. They're not going to tell you when a lion dies, but they do. The whales, all of them, the whales at SeaWorld become depressed because of the confinement of swimming around in the same place over and over. And they're supposed to be out in the ocean or sea or wherever they be at, okay? And and they will become depressed and start banging their heads. And I know I looks at whale documentaries and studies all that, okay? So a human who is supposed to have dominion over all things, it's not good. But you're that institutionalized, okay, that you will tell the dudes, man, these dudes right here, they saw, they ain't killing shit, they ain't doing this, they ain't doing that. They just, it's best to stay locked up. That's how you know this dude is real messed up. I think and Shiesty is too young for that. Shiesty is a handsome kid. He is still a kid to be as messed up as he is. But I get to thinking about his dad was there with him. What hope did the child have? Because he's still a child up under all of us. He's just dangerous and totally messed up. And they're gonna try to hide him. Okay. He says Ninja been a rapper and a killer at the same time. There it is right there. He said, and it ain't easy. Y'all think they ain't gonna use this stuff. They're gonna say these are rhymes he just. That's the reason why they didn't. I believe they did not. It was a strategy. They wanted to wait until he put some more music out. And you would think that his record label, I mean, Gucci don't care. But you would think that people would have said, well, now we don't want to put this stuff out because the album I hear is real hot, and I believe it, okay? But I'm sure he has put a lot of stuff in that rap that's going to incriminate him, and I believe that's what the people were waiting on. And y'all think they ain't gonna use it? They got a point to prove as it relates to him, okay? He says, gotta be the last MF for breathing. Should have shot his ass again. Thought he was dead. He still was breathing. I bet he ain't the last MF for breathing. 30 said ninjas want me dead. Some don't even know the reason don't even know the reason, but I bet I be the last MF of breathing. 30 is an instigator because he okay. Being a rapper and a killer at the same time ain't easy. Gotta be the last MF of breathing. Ever since I got my first button, spanking shit been easy. I'm pretty sure that he's talking about killing somebody. Okay, spank because they said a spanking shit been easy ever since he did it the first time. Okay. Gotta be the last MF of breathing. Should have shot nigga ass again. Thought he was dead. He still was breathing. I bet I ain't the last. I bet he ain't the last MF of breathing. 30 said niggas want me gone. Some don't even know the reason. I bet I be the last MF of breathing. In my city, you get burned out by your ops, ninja. I say in my city, you killed outside the hospital. Pimp C told us commissary necessary while your little homie ain't got nothing, and he kept it real. Nick just made it out, but my attitude got me on KILL. Okay, so he said his attitude, he want to kill something. Okay, still jacking some shit like who went up the hill with Jill. Okay, now they're gonna. This song might be the one they use because I mean they did jack. They did try to. They jack Gucci. Okay, deep down in them South Memphis trenches, we were struggling to get out. Mama house filled up with roaches, daddy's house full of rats, mouse. Grandma had a million bed bugs, even on the chairs and the couch. Now we jump from different mansions. Ain't no more Section 8 vouchers. We ain't gotta worry no more if eviction notice coming. But my cousin keep walking the blade trying to get him some money. My little brother keeps selling Stolos for a couple hundred. I'm riding with the $5 worth of gas to I'm riding with $5 worth of gas to burn a car when something get punished. Okay, so he be letting you know that after he knock you down, okay, the car he used, okay, he is going to set the car on fire. Being a rapper and a killer at the same time ain't easy. Okay, the chorus goes into the same thing, y'all. Did he just incriminate himself? I mean, I don't think that this was wise. And like I said, you would think that the record company would have held it, but the record company cares nothing about him going to jail. You know, Gucci don't. All they care about is numbers, and they are going to maximize the opportunity. They are going to capitalize off of his demise, okay, until they drain everything that there is to drain, okay, and he'll be sitting in jail. And so I think the best thing for him, he'll mess around. The best thing that could happen is he get like 5 or 10 years. But you think about him, he's the exact same age as my children. My kids are in their 20s. My oldest daughter is going in, she's in her late 20s now, child. She getting old real quick. So she done got to be in her late 20s this year. So I believe that he is around that age. And so um with that being said, okay, when he if he does 10 years, even though that wouldn't be I mean, because of what they trying to give him, which is hide him away for his life, rest of his life, 10 years will be a blessing. He'll be shouting to God about, I mean, we'll all been moved on to something else. In 10 years, I'll be over in my 50s. Okay. My girls will be over in their 30s, getting ready to go over in their 40s, and so will he. The generation that loved him would been moved on, their grandmamas and stuff. Okay, they would have done moved on, and you'll have somebody new out. Okay, because each and every time they help to take down a black man, well, you know, they didn't have to, he did this to himself, and can't nobody blame Gucci didn't make this man do this man did this to himself. If he gonna blame somebody, he ought to blame Gotti for gassing him up. Okay, but people would have moved on, and I hate this because all of this money that he's making is get ready to go to the lawyers. Okay, the lawyers, all of this, the record company gonna get theirs, Gucci gonna get his, and Poo Shiesty gonna get his crumbs, and but it's going to go straight into the hands of a lawyer. So the lawyer is going to get that. So it still goes right back out of our community. Money he could have been having for his little daughter and all of that, you know. It's very unfortunate. It is very unfortunate because they're saying that he's got a baby on the way by NL Chopper's baby's mama. And hey, I really don't know why these young men do this, but like I said, I believe, Gucci and them reported this immediately because they got pictures of it and they laid low and watched him and waited and built a case and wanted him to go and do these songs and put these albums and stuff out because he was still in the studio every day, just like nothing had happened for at least a couple months. Because I think he did in January. They got him in March or April. So he already had a lot of songs written. He was constantly writing songs and stuff, and they're going to use this against him. He has given them the bullets to put into that chamber on him, but he did it anyways when he went over there to the studio and did that to Gucci. It never should have happened. His father never should have allowed it to happen. A lot of people are thinking that his dad is going to get off, but I think his dad gonna get some time and 30 gonna get some too. 30 was there with the phone recording it. Okay. Let me see what the crime is. Because they're trying to say that 30 I forget what 30 charges were. Let me see. What is big 30 charges? Let me see. Y'all hit that like button. Hold on. Let's see. Kidnapping, conspiracy to commit kidnapping and armed robbery. So they charging him with the same thing. Okay. Um, prosecutors claim Big 30 helped orchestrate the takeover, assisted in blocking exits, and handed a firearm to co-defendant Poo Shiesty during the coercion. Okay. So um yeah, he had the phone in his hand. He recorded it. What? Hold on, y'all. Hit that like button. Um, that you are involved in. Hold on, you guys. Uh, let's see. Okay, so it wasn't illegal. I mean, he could record it. Okay, but so that but I guess the crime that he committed in doing the recording was he incriminated himself. So he incriminated himself because he wanted for a head and got in them to know, heard him say, "Done deal." So for Goldman to get it, that means his video was sent to somebody. He recorded the whole thing so that they could see how it went down, and it backfired on all of them. I believe Yo got in them pissed off at them now because they did not take Gucci out. He don't care about them doing the time. Okay, because Yo Gotti is definitely not going to. I don't believe at this point, especially directly talk to anybody to tell them do anything. I believe he talked to Pooh and finessed him, but he would never tell him to take out Gucci. But he'd have the damn fools around him that he crumb feed to tell him to do it and to help to instigate it even more. I think he mad now because he knew that this was going to happen, that the boy was going to be hot, that the album was going to be hot. He was already hot off the press, and he's seething because Gucci is reaping the benefits of this and not him, because instead of Gucci taking advantage of him, and that's what people tend to forget. Instead of Gucci taking advantage of him, Gotti was going to be doing the exact same thing they say Gucci is doing. Okay. So, I mean, what I don't understand why people so mad at Gucci, but Shiesty couldn't see over his nose. He couldn't see past that money, and then he ain't got the right type of people around him. Okay, because if you can't depend on your own daddy to show you some logic, you just totally, it's a shame before God. But anyways, you guys did Pooh Shiesty say too much in his records? Has he thrown away the lock and key of his own sale? Okay, do y'all think that they're going to use this in court? I tend to believe that they are. I think they waited for him to record as much as he could, even talking about this stuff in with Gucci, and it's gonna be out because the record label cares nothing about him. They don't even look at him as being a human. They want to maximize and get money. Okay. That's what they want to get. And that's what they're going to make. Okay. Anyways, you guys, I want you all to please like, share, and subscribe. If you would like to support the channel, you could definitely support the channel via Cash App.